The Times, 2nd of May, 1951. Dr. Ludwig Wittgenstein, who died in his 62nd year on Sunday at Cambridge, was a philosopher with a reputation as an intellectual innovator on the highest level. His earlier and later work formed the points of origin of two schools of philosophy, both of which he himself disowned. Throughout his life, Wittgenstein showed the characteristics of a religious contemplative of the hermit type. Thus he alternated between periods of great prominence in academic life and periods of extreme abnegation and retirement. We are still too close to Wittgenstein to form a just estimate of his work.
Tell me not, in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream. For the soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not what they seem. Life is real, life is earnest, and the grave is not the goal. Dust thou art, to dust returnest, was not spoken of the soul. Not enjoyment, and not sorrow is our destined end or way, but to act, that each tomorrow find us farther than today. Art is long, and time is fleeting, and our hearts, though stout and brave, still like muffled drums are beating funeral marches to the grave.
Wittgenstein said to me, "Do you think I'm an absolute idiot?" I said, "Why do you want to know?" He said, "Because if I am, I shall become an aeronaut, but if I'm not, I shall become a philosopher." I said, "My dear fellow, I do not know whether you are an absolute idiot or not. But if you will write me an essay on any philosophical topic that interests you, I will read it and tell you." As soon as I read the first sentence, I became persuaded that he was a man of genius, and assured him that he should on no account become an aeronaut.
In the world's broad field of battle, in the bivouac of life, be not like dumb driven cattle, be a hero in the strife.
His disposition is that of an artist, intuitive and moody. He says that every morning he begins his work with hope, and every evening he ends in despair. He used to come and see me every evening at midnight and pace up and down my room like a wild beast for 3 hours in agitated silence. Once I said to him, "Are you thinking about logic or your sins?" "Both," he replied, and continued his pacing.
Trust no future, howe'er pleasant. Let the dead past bury its dead. Act in the living present, heart within, and God o'erhead.
In the spring of 1912, Wittgenstein had met David Hume Pensant, who was to become his close friend.
Wittgenstein is reading philosophy up here, but has only just started systematic reading. And he expressed the most naive surprise that all the philosophers he once worshipped in ignorance are after all stupid and dishonest and make disgusting mistakes. He was very communicative and told me lots about himself. That for 9 years, till last Christmas, he suffered from terrific loneliness, that he continually thought of suicide and felt ashamed of never daring to kill himself.
Lives of great men all remind us we can make our lives sublime, and departing, leave behind us footprints on the sands of time.
He talked again tonight about his death, that he was not really afraid to die, but yet frightfully worried not to let the few remaining moments of his life be wasted. It all hangs on his absolutely morbid conviction that he's going to die soon. There's no reason that I can see why he should not live yet for a long time. But it's no use trying to dispel that conviction or his worries about it by reason. The conviction and the worry he can't help, for he is mad.
I keep on hoping that things will come to an eruption once and for all so that I can turn into a different person. Perhaps you regard this thinking about myself as a waste of time, but how can I be a logician before I'm a human being?
footprints, that perhaps another, sailing o'er life's solemn main, a forlorn and shipwrecked brother, seeing, shall take heart again.
I've lived through dreadful scenes. No sleep for 30 hours. I'm feeling very weak and can see no external help. Now I should have the chance to be a decent human being, for I am standing eye to eye with death.
Let us then be up and doing, with a heart for any fate, still achieving, still pursuing, learn to labour and to wait.
David was my first and my only friend. The hours I have spent with him have been the best of my life. Daily have I thought of him and have longed to see him again. God will bless him. If I live to see the end of the war, I will come and see you and we will talk of David.